What's up, y'all?
Oh, Brandon, front right here. What's up, man? Obviously, you know, this is the second time you were supposed to fight Manel. Now, the second time it's not actually happening. But I feel like this is one of those rare occasions that maybe fans are a little more excited for your new opponent, Josh Van, just based on what he's brought to the table, not outside of the octagon, but what he's done in the octagon. So I'm curious, have you felt that at all, just the more interest in this fight?
Yeah, we got boosted up to the main card because Joshua Van. So yeah, I would say that's a huge deal of what he's done, and I think he brings exciting. Like, I hate like being a fan of the sport when you fight somebody, but it's like, bro, like 3 weeks ago was Joshua Van's fight week. I mean, the boys were ready to watch, you know. So it's like, you know, it's like I gotta go fight him, and now I gotta be a part of it. But yeah, I think everything he's done, like I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to watch it. not, you know, whatever.
How, I guess, frustrating has it been? Because I feel like every interview you do, it's like, oh, you're taller and you're longer and all this kind of stuff. Like, it just seems kind of monotonous with Josh, maybe because medias are trying to create a storyline rather than just like, you know, this guy's a really exciting fighter and these guys are going to bring it.
Yeah. So wait, what are you saying? That the storyline being that I'm taller or whatever?
Like you're just like the bigger, more experienced guy rather than like this is going to be an exciting fight.
Well, also it's just like the amount of fights that he's popped off within the years. Like I don't know how much fights I have in the UFC or how much fights he has in the UFC, but I mean his experience is catching up. It's not like I'm gonna go in there thinking anything different of like this is a rookie, this is his first time stepping in the cage. No, this guy has fight on fights these weeks. He's fought on some of the biggest cards of the year. Yeah, so it's like that. I don't take any of that as anything.
And the last time you were fighting this up-and-coming prospect in Tyra, after the fight, you said like maybe you overlooked him a little. That's not going to happen again. Do you? Obviously, this has kind of been a last-minute thing, but did you take anything away from like? Well, like you shake your head right now.
No, not at all. I think if you compare Joshua Van to Manel Cape, their best wins are the same, and it's like they're what they bring is a little bit of the same. So it's like, and I feel like, I don't know, I have to go back and watch some of the fights, but I mean, Joshua Van might be beating him in cooler ways, you know? So in my head, it's just like, I still got the realest opponent out there, you know? I still got someone hard to fight. I still got some kid that is ready to take everything from me, and it's like, the most dangerous person is someone with nothing to lose, and he has nothing to lose at all, you know, everything to gain, and I have everything to lose out here, so it's a scary situation no matter what. This is my first. I think this is my first time in the UFC fighting outside the top 10. And I mean, he might be in the top 10. I don't really know what the rankings are. I don't really give a shit. It doesn't fucking matter at this point in time. But it's like, this is my first time fighting outside the top 10, and you know, it's a scary situation I put myself in.
Did it matter who you would be fighting this week, or did you want to be on this card because, you know, the flyweights in the co-main event?
No, just being lined up with the flyweight title is what our goal was. Is once they offered this fight to us, just looked back in my corner. I was like, all right, well, do we want to stay on this card? Is that what matters the most? I think, you know, being a part of any big card or being like aligned with the title fight is huge. I prefer main events and 5-round fights, but you know, being aligned on this card, I think is even more important for me.
And, you know, Josh was in here and he said he's going to be making 125 just in case something happens in that co-main event. And he said it himself, like, I get through Brandon, I should be fighting for the title next. Pantoja said the same thing. So are you also, you know, going to try to hit 125 just in case? And is it after getting through Josh, it's title shot's mine?
We'll see what that last pound looks like. But, yeah, no, that's a goal. The goal is to make 125. My weight's really good right now. And, you know, who knows what happens and what doesn't happen. And, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. And, you know, just practicing making weight for the title fight. The title fight's good anyway, so.
Brandon,
What's up?
Has there been any conversation of like you win this, you are getting a title shot next?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm telling you guys right now is I win this fight, I make a statement, I go get a title shot, and same thing with Joshua Van. We go make statements. I think we're both one of the most exciting fighters in this division. We go put on an exciting fight, which is gonna happen no matter what. One of us is up next for the belt.
You were saying that like if you don't get it, you'd be down to go up to bantamweight and just do some kind of fan fights.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down for a fight, man. I want to stay active this year. I want to fight. I want to make statements, and you know, I'm a lengthy flyweight. I can make the weight. I walk around not heavy, so it's not hard weight cut, but I'm lengthy and I can I'm taller than some of these 45ers, honestly. I tower over Alex Hernandez as a 55. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, we'll see.
Were you surprised that you opened as an underdog again, but it quickly flipped?
I think I'm back to being an underdog, but I'm not surprised at all. I think, bro, honestly, I think I'm the most disrespected fighter in the UFC. I think it's been shown over and over again. Anytime a money line comes out, I think I've been a favorite against Matt Snell and never again in the UFC. My whole entire career, it's been the way. LFA, I was always the underdog. Really, nothing's different, but it's just like I feel like I continuously get disrespected by the fans and whoever the odd makers or whatever it is. But it doesn't matter. It's like anytime I win a fight, there's something that comes up of like, oh, this happened. Moreno's overactive. It's like, bro, I've had more fights than him that after our fight. It's like he's overactive now. Like, so it's like the narrative is weird, but I just feel like, whatever, you don't give me my roses, it's just I'm gonna take that shit.
The last one for me is you were pretty open about concussions, and that was kind of like it's like the dirty little secret that no one wants to talk about in this sport. So I guess why was it important for you to put it out that way, and how was it recovering from a nasty concussion?
Yes. So for me, this is something I've always taken really serious. I've sparred since I was 16, and back in the day, there was like, I always call it the medieval times. There's like motherfuckers, I would watch people get knocked out and then go spar the next week, and I was always just mind blown. Like that, I don't know what it is, but that can't be right. I don't know the right way, but that can't be right. So it was like anytime I ever got like hit decently, I was taking time off of sparring. I was never getting like, I've always been super precautious about my head and all that other stuff. So, and it's like, I feel like, especially in fighting, people get hurt. It's like, how many, no fighter's making it to this okay, We're all buzzed up a little bit, we're all hit up, we're all like hurt somewhere, somehow, some way, But I feel like a concussion, everybody hides, and it's like, bro, this is like the biggest deal to me. Like, I've fought with broken hands, I fought with a broken foot, I've literally taken off a boot and fucking fought within the week, you know what I'm saying? And I was open about that. My LFA title shot, I was in a boot. Like, I was in a boot on crutches. Yeah, I had a broken foot. Then I went and won that fight. The whole entire beginning of my career, I had a torn labrum, literally just not grappling, not wrestling, just hoping that I could make it to the fight. And then back to back, I was trying to take fights like Joshua Van is now. It's just boost my career and try to get to where I wanted to be. And it's like, I just feel like you can get through with these things, but it's like, there's no hill in the head. There's nothing that you can go back from on that. So it's like, for me, it's super important to take the time. I think my team's been really ahead of it. We work with a neurologist before I got the concussion. We were working with neurologists. I have all my baseline stuff done, and just seeing like what changed, what is all this, and and even now, and thanks to the Colorado, like the neurology out in Colorado is amazing. I've worked with 3 people on a consistent basis that were just helping me out on a daily, and thanks to all of them. Like, and then I made that part of my daily routine too. So it's like, I think for me, like, I want to not stutter. I already talk like shit half the time. I get nervous when I seen you guys. It's like, I'm always like, I don't want to be stuttering when I'm older. I want to have my wits about me. The UFC is my favorite thing on earth, and being here is amazing. But I have a life to live after this, and I want to watch my family grow. I want to watch my niece grow up. I want to watch all this stuff, and I don't want to be one of those guys that are, stuttering, shaking, and all the above.
Brandon, to your left right here. Obviously, you mentioned they're being disrespected. I can agree with that. You're a very fun fighter. So do you think if you indeed one day go up to like a bantamweight division, given how fan-friendly your style is and how violent you are sometimes, do you think that would potentially get you the respect you deserve maybe amongst the casual eye?
I mean, I don't know. I really have no clue. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't give a shit. I still got to fight no matter what. But, I mean, maybe it's just being a flyweight. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think it has a lot to do with that, obviously. But factoring in your history with Alessandro Pantoja, and you just mentioned making a statement this week against Josh Van, do you feel like it has to be like maybe something like of a highlight reel statement to get that other shot against Pantoja? Maybe just given how many times you faced him already, it's kind of like been there, done that for the fans.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, I'm only out here to make statements. I'm out here to make money. This is like, once again, this career is short-lived. I'm out here to make statements. I'm out here to make bonuses. I'm out here to get more money off of this. And, Joshua Van's the same. So I feel like the fight's going to be all highlight reels.
Just last one for me. The champ just spoke also about how good this division is right now. Obviously, like you just mentioned, being a flyweight maybe doesn't give you the eyes you guys deserve. But what's your opinion on the current state, right? Because like Josh Van, who's about to fight you, and just we're seeing new talent come into this division.
Yeah, and it's cool watching like I've watched Josh Van. I watched his Fury title fight where he got signed to the UFC. Like I was there in person, and it's cool watching these like new up and comers and some of the guys that I'm working with, and and just seeing how far this division is gonna go. I think as a boxing fan, some of my favorite divisions are the lightest divisions, and some of the more skilled divisions are always that. And it's like I feel like within the next few years, you're gonna see some of these nasty kids come out, and you'll see Joshua Van touch gold. You'll see Tatsuro Taira touch. You'll see these guys that are young, that are making strides already touch gold, and it's going to be cool to see what like all their careers shape out to.
Brandon, just over here. Of course, you've come up short against Pantoja in the past. So, do you think he retains the title against Kai Kara France this Saturday?
I don't know what that had to do with that question. What?
Well,
dang.
Depending on what you think.
But I mean, I don't know. I think the thing with Pantoja is. I think anything could really happen in a fight, and it's just like Pantoja gets hit, and Kai Kara France can hit, and it's just like one of those things that like I don't know who's gonna knock him off, or if someone does knock him off, but I do feel like the fighting style of Pantoja pressuring and all that stuff is gonna make it hard for Kai Kara France to like cover that distance of what gets him knocked out and whatnot,
And what I was going to say following that is, if you do get another shot at Pantoja, have you looked back at those fights and seen where it is that you can make adjustments? And how do you think it would go down if you did get that title shot, if he did retain and you got that other opportunity?
I believe in myself. I really do. I think I can take Pantoja. I think that I'll be the one to do it. I think that I can. There's a bunch of adjustments I can make from that fight. There's so much learned, and there's so much to do, and I feel like I have an idea of how I'd fight him next, and I think that's what's going to take him out.
And then just last one from me, just a prediction on the main event. Obviously, such a big title fight.
Oh man, hopefully they don't take our bonus is really what I'm hoping for the most. Super exciting fight. I hate making predictions on people that could probably beat me up, so I'm just gonna keep my mind out of it. But in my head, it's just like, I want Oliveira to win every fight for the rest of his life and never retire. So I want Oliveira. I love Oliveira. I think everybody does, but who knows?
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Brandon over here.
What's up, brother?
How you doing? I think it was about a year ago that you sort of switched things up with your training and all that, and sort of have your own gym. And you also do a lot of cross training. I know you got a chance to work with Corey Sandhagen. How much have you evolved since making that change as a fighter, especially heading into this fight?
Oh, a lot. I think there's like, there's a specific thing about like working with a small knit group and just adjusting and like having things cater to you. And if I have a fight, if Luis has a fight, if Alex has a fight, if whoever has a fight, we're catering that specific training to them, and and it's not like if we all have fights at the same time, it's like this hour's for me, this hour's for him, this, what I'm saying? So I think it's like very specific on what I need to do to grow as a fighter, and specifically what they need to grow as a fighter, and how do we merge together and make it, and then you work with the team and just improve all those little skills, and you get to test it out on people and all that stuff. So it's been fun, and I'm really glad that I have good relationships all around Colorado where I can step into any gym and get the help with all these other guys and all these other Colorado and USA. I think Colorado might have some of the per capita or whatever the best fighters. They were doing like a ranking of like US fighters of the top ranked USA fighters, and it's like we have Corey Sandhagen, Gaethje, myself, and then Curtis Blades, and we're all at the same gym training, and it's cool just being in that like little bit of an environment where all these skilled things are, and not to mention all the guys that aren't even in the top rankings yet, but they will be, Yeah,
and just last one for me, kind of off the beat a little bit. You talked a little bit about it before, but you got to meet Nathan McKinnon. Apparently he's going to be at the fights on Saturday, you were saying. What was that like, getting to meet someone from another high-level sport? And I heard you waited around a little bit for him just to meet him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the biggest hockey fan. Like, if I could have been a hockey player, I probably would have. But you know, but yeah, hockey is like my favorite sport on earth. So it was really cool. And like, you're looking at one of the best players to ever do it. And it's just cool to be around any high level mind or high level thinking of like that, and a very special individual. You know, so it's just cool to even brush elbows with someone like that. You know, I just walked by Terrence Crawford and I was trying not to freak out. You know, it's like. Yeah, just a huge fan of everything, you know.
Brandon, over here, you told me you really like learning from boxers and stealing their moves before fights. Which boxers did you watch in the lead up for this Joshua Van fight?
For the Joshua Van fight, it's been pretty much the same the last couple of weeks. Of we've been stealing a lot from Junto Nakatani, and you know, and there's so many good southpaws. But it's like really we've been diving in deep in that Japanese boxing a little bit lately. And Junto Nakatani, I think. Is someone that I can capitalize off of, or he's just a rangy boxer. You know, he's rangy, uses his range, uses every inch of his advantage, and honestly, my cut man's Rudy, his coach. So I was pretty stoked on that too.